Hi guys, it's month 15 of Promptsquad, and the prompt for this month was Draw This in Your Style challenge. Basically, you just had to pick one of your favourite Draw This in Your Style challenges over on Instagram and then create your own piece of art inspired by that piece. So I ended up doing 2 during this month, and I've included both of the processes behind them in this video. I don't want to bore you all to death though, so I'm not going to natter on too much, because sitting inside during this lockdown and playing Animal Crossing 24 hours a day doesn't really make for many exciting updates to include. So the first challenge that I did was Ellie vs Bears Draw This in Your Style challenge, which was a bit different because you had to design a character from Team Shadow or Team Cute, which she's then going to take and create this collaboration piece from, which at this point I don't think has come out yet, but I'm really interested to see what she does with it. So I made this Shadow Fox as my entry and really took on a lot of her colour tones. I really love how bright her colours are in her art, and that's my aesthetic too, so I did enjoy that. And it gave me an excuse to draw a fox, so how could I resist? I thought this was a pretty difficult challenge though, to be honest, because when you've got a character that's mainly pure black in colour, it can be really hard to kind of give it extra definition. You can't really shade something that's already pure black. So that was really challenging. So you'll see that I kept redrawing the shape of this piece throughout, just to try and give you a better idea of the body and the shape. It was pretty unforgiving, and I was questioning why I didn't pick Team Cute for most of the time that I was painting. Though it was a good challenge, and it gave me a new appreciation of why it's so hard to photograph black cats. Now, because of the shaping issues that I had, I did end up putting a lot more work into the environment around it than I originally had sketched, just so that I could explain the image more, and I think that did help. I really like the plant pattern that I made surrounding the fox, especially the green hue that I chose, because I think green and purple together can give art such a magical feel and appearance, and I think going forward I really want to pair those 2 colours more together. Overall though, I kept this one very expressive. I didn't go into too much detail. The background is kind of inspired by a lotus flower, but again, I was really being purposefully abstract while I was painting, just to try and give the fox this more like unreal, ethereal quality. Looking back, I kind of wish I had played with the fox's transparency more and made it more shadow-like, but you live and you learn. And yeah, that was my piece for Team Shadow. I can't wait to see what Ellie vs Bear does for her completed piece, because there was so much beautiful art that loads of different artists created for this challenge. I think it's going to be really interesting to see all these cool characters being brought together in a final piece. The second Draw This in Your Style that I did was Beatrice Blue's challenge. Now, if you've watched this channel for a while now, you'll remember her as the creator of Childhood Week, which I have taken part in quite a few times over the last few years. It's a lot of fun to do, and I would really recommend checking it out if you haven't done so already. One is going to be happening, or should be happening, around summertime, so it's not too far away if you're looking to join in. Anyway, her illustration had a lot more going on in it, and considering recently I've been really paring back my art a lot more, just kind of back to characters and not really much else, I had a lot of fun building up this illustration and the background and just telling more of a story in this painting. I did end up changing a fair few things. Probably the most noticeable is going to be the dog. I think the hardest part that I found about the challenge of this was the colour scheme. I didn't realise until doing this how many of my decisions when I'm painting are based on the colours that I'm choosing. And having my hands tied by a colour palette really just didn't work for me. I really struggled with it and I just found it too restrictive. So I think that's probably the cause of why I diverged off script quite a few times in this piece. I did try and keep the feel the same though. I mean, I did start messing with the expressions a bit of the characters and animals too, because I really wanted the animals to feel like they were interacting a bit more with each other. I just like that kind of feel of everybody's looking at each other, I guess, in that piece. But anyway, I'm going to pop off for a minute and I'm going to leave you to listen to some music and see the sped up painting process behind this one. Maybe that'll make some of the changes I did make a little bit more sense rather than just hearing me ramble on about them. So I hope you'll enjoy seeing it and I'll be back towards the end. I really do like this painting. It's probably one of my favourites that I've done recently, and I definitely want to do some more layered and busy illustrations like this in the future because I do miss this storytelling element of my illustrations, and though it does take a hell of a lot longer to do and you get a lot more moments of thinking, oh my god, this is all going wrong, the result is a lot more satisfying too, so I definitely want to try this more going forward. And now I want to go on to some of the wonderful creations the members of Promptsquad have made this month. I was really touched that so many of you guys took a piece of my art and reworked it. It's really humbling to me and I love seeing your take on my style. I'll have to do like a proper official custom challenge at some point, but you all know that my fame and money just distracts me too much, so I haven't got on with it. Anyway, that being said, I loved seeing Emily's take on my Inktober piece from a few years ago. The colours and the patination that she really added, I thought made her composition flow a lot stronger than my original, and I love the bright colours that she used in all of her pieces. And they're just so cute. She's got such a cute style, and I think that really made her pieces feel so cohesive. Dave took on 2 of my pieces, and he definitely, I think, found the photo references that I used when I did that fox one. They're a little bit too close. But yeah, seeing all Dave's work together throughout all these different challenges that he took on, it really made me notice the diversity of the techniques that he uses in his art. He's a lot more responsive to his starting material and really blends lots of different techniques to match what he feels goes best with it, and I think that's why his art is always so dynamic in style. Nadia really gave me a blast from the past when she chose the Rapunzel piece that I did like 3 years ago for Inktober now. I love that she used inks as well and that she took inspiration of the expressiveness of that piece but then brought it and made it her own. I also love the bright colours that Nadia's used during all of these different challenges too. It's just fun to see her move away from line art and rely on colours alone. I think it really suits her style well. Lastly, we have a new member, T-Light Farrago Factory, who also took on the Team Shadow Ellie vs Bear challenge with us, and she made these great glowing worms. I really like that she did multiple characters, and also that it's just this really atmospheric painting that she created. I love the fact she gave it a setting, because it just feels more like this snippet of a story that's waiting to be told. And yeah, that was all the members of this month's Prompt Squad. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for taking part, even with everything that's been going on recently. And I hope this has been a good distraction for you. On the topic of good distractions, I'm going to piggyback off two of the wonderful members of Prompt Squad, because they've both created their own challenge to kind of get us through everything that's going on. It's called Home Art April, and they've basically made a daily word prompt for every day of April, just to keep us all busy and keep us all creative. I'm going to include the list here as well, but please make sure to check out the tag that they've done and also their Instagrams. I always link to all of the artists that I feature in these videos down below. I really hope you'll go check them out. Basically, I was just hoping you could pick one of your favourite prompts from this list of words and then say, this is the one I want featured in next month's video. And yeah, then we'll show off all of the different pieces created for Home Art April next month. If you do take part in all of the daily tags, maybe I'll try and add some kind of like gold star or a little trophy next to your entry. Just something to like show off how much work you put in. You know, I think that could be fun. And yeah, it's not too late to join in with them, even though we're a few days into April. I think it's a good idea to just keep yourself busy with something creative and just feel like, you know, doing something, I guess. And yeah, I feel like this is a really fun idea, and I do like the list of prompts, so I hope you'll join in. And that's it for this month's Prompt Squad. I hope you're all safe and that you and yours are all healthy and doing okay. Hopefully this is all going to be over soon, and I really hope that you know that I and all of the wonderful members of Prompt Squad, all of these artists online, we're all here if you just want to have a chat, or if you're looking for some art to distract yourself with, or to just, you know, if you're looking to build up that skill yourself, just now you've got a bit of time to do so. We're all here to chat, we're all here to, you know, be this supportive community, and I hope that you know that we're all here. So look after yourselves, and I'll chat to you all soon.